Welcome to the Childcare Director's Chair, the podcast for bold educators who are ready to lead, grow, and shake things up in early childhood education. Whether you are a teacher eyeing that lead role, a lead stepping into leadership, or a center owner dreaming big, this is your space to grow with purpose and leave your mark. Hosted by heart-centered leadership coach Erica Sacoccio, each episode brings you real talk, actionable tools, and a contagious laugh or two, all designed to help you step into your next level with confidence. So pour your coffee, pop in those earbuds, and take your seat, because your leadership journey starts right now in the Childcare Director's Chair.
Hey directors, hope you're having a great morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on when you're listening to today's episode. We are doing just a few, not too many, but just doing a few episodes on getting ready for back to school, because I try to do these episodes in a timely manner that actually help you. Imagine. So here's the thing. I've been, oh my gosh, doing this for 27 years. I am literally heading into my 27th back to school season. That is crazy. I'm 55. That is half of my life. So I know a thing or two about getting ready for back to school. I know it can be exciting. I know it can be nerve-wracking. It can be stressful, all the things, right? When you're organized ahead of time, you're going to set yourself up and your team up and your families for success, especially the first day, because there's such high expectations. And we want to make sure we meet them, or even better yet, exceed them. So in the Child Care Director's Chair, today we are going to talk about my top 10 must-dos before the first day of school. They're practical, positive, and doable strategies to kick off your school year confidently. So, tip number 1, confirm staff schedules and roles. Make sure every teacher, every aide, every support staff member knows exactly where they'll be, what's expected of them, and go beyond just sharing the schedule. Maybe have a quick huddle, a quick one-on-one, a check-in to answer any questions, clarify their duties, and offer encouragement. When staff know their roles, they feel empowered, and they can focus on the students rather than scrambling to figure out their day. And there's a good chance you've got new staff coming in. There's a good chance some of your staff have been off most of the summer, and now they're coming back. It isn't just a time for new students and families coming in, but definitely some changes in your classrooms. So make sure everybody understands their role and that the schedules are solidified. And make sure you have a good sub list too, because we know sometimes the new hires don't always work out. So make sure you have a backup plan. My tip number 2, I would say, was complete your compliance checklist. Licensing, certifications, your background checks, your health requirements. These are non-negotiable, right? In our state, they just put together a new, well, I guess it's not new, but new for us, that it will actually be used on a regular basis, but they have a new app, or I guess app portal, I'm not really sure what you call it, but where we're able to put all the staff files online. So what's great about that is it makes it very easy to see what needs to be updated. They even send us email reminders now when somebody's like CPR is about to expire. But take a look at your staff files, especially if you're really great at keeping staff and retaining staff. You want to make sure there aren't any expiring either PD, certifications, licenses, etc., because those need to be done pretty frequently, depending on your state. But just take that time to double check everything before the first day, so that you don't face any last minute surprises. I find that this step isn't just about the paperwork, but it also shows your families you're professional, you're responsible, and a trustworthy leader who keeps kids safe. So yeah, that's like number 1. That probably should have been number 1 on my list. Number 3 is prepare your classrooms. Walk through each classroom like a visitor seeing it for the first time. Are the learning materials labeled and accessible? Are learning centers set up to encourage engagement? Is your sector tidy? Is it organized? Is it a welcoming classroom that helps children feel safe and excited? Even the small touches like a bright welcome poster or a personalized cubby can really make a huge difference in setting a positive first impression. Now, I'm going to say something that might make you laugh. If you follow social media, last week there was a parent who was disappointed in her child's first day because of the lack of pomp and circumstance, we'll call it, right? And I understand everybody kind of came to the teacher's defense and how teachers pay for a lot of things out of their pocket and all that. So people went back and forth. Listen, you can't, I understand both sides of this coin. You can make somebody feel special with small touches without it costing you a penny. You can even make a welcome poster with the kids for their parents. There's 1,000 things you can do that cost you next to nothing. I know this was a big thing on social media. No matter what side of the fence you feel on that particular topic, it is doable, and it should be doable because parents are excited, especially if it's kindergarten or their first year ever going to a childcare center. They really, they have these big expectations, and they should, and we should meet them. So just prepare your classrooms. Number 4 is set up parent communication systems. I need you to decide how you will keep families informed and connected from day one, whether it's through an app, a newsletter, daily check-ins, but make sure teachers and staff know how to use the tools consistently. Clear communication reduces anxiety for families, and it builds trust, and it makes parents feel confident in your program. And I have to tell you, not all of the teachers are at the same level when it comes to using that communication app. So as a director, really go through the app with the teachers who are struggling. And you might have to do it more than once. And you might have to create a buddy system. Figure out something that works. Here's a bonus tip. You can create a short, fun how-to guide for parents on your communication system. It's a small effort, but it pays off big. You can make a little video, you can put it on your website, or you can send it to their emails. But it will help people, especially those who aren't that tech savvy, right? Where do they find things? Where do they find the newsletter, right? They might have logged into the app, but have no idea how to navigate it. So make a little video. Maybe have your best teacher who is really great at the app do the video for you. Tip number 5 is plan a staff kickoff or meeting. Before the students arrive, gather your team to review routines, curriculum plans, classroom expectations, and don't just focus on tasks. Interject energy, encouragement, and inspiration, because nobody wants to go through a wah Charlie Brown meeting. And celebrate accomplishments from the previous year. Like, share your vision for the new year. And remind your team they're valued, motivated, because confident staff lead to motivated, confident children. Maybe you point out, Miss Sherry's room had, I don't know, I'm going to make this up, 15 out of 18 students who all earned their Miss Erica's 100th Club t-shirt. And our goal this year might be to have all 20 kids meet that mark, right? So do something that's inspiring or encouraging and celebrates maybe some wins that we've already seen in the program. Tip number 6 is organize administrative paperwork. Guys, I can't tell you. If you have a tour coming in, and when they come in, you have no enrollment packet and you're scrambling around the office, you look unorganized because you are unorganized. Have your enrollment forms ready. Have medical records ready. Have emergency contacts entered and permissions organized for easy access. What kids have allergies? What kids don't? Who can be on media? Who can't? You need all this information before the kids step into your building to start the day. You want to create labeled folders or digital folders for quick retrieval. And this will help you prevent bottlenecking during drop-off or pickup and ensures teachers can focus on children instead of digging through paperwork. Think of this as building your backbone for a stress-free first week. Maybe you send out a blast to parents and say, hey, just a reminder, can you make sure everybody who will be dropping off or picking up your child has been entered into the parent communication portal? Tip number 7 is create a first week calendar. Plan activities, what your transitions will look like, the classroom routines for each day. For the first week, include some icebreakers or introductions and structured learning experiences. And share that calendar with your teachers so everyone is aligned and prepared. A clear path keeps kids engaged, it reduces chaos, and it helps teachers feel supported. Tip number 8, prepare welcome materials. Little things go a long way. Welcome letters, name tags, small first day surprises, or a special bulletin board celebrating each child can make them feel special. Include a note or a small activity for parents so they feel involved. These small gestures communicate care and thoughtfulness, setting a warm, inviting tone for your program. And if that's something that's important to you, it is for me, which is why I think it always is at the top of my mind. Being thoughtful, being kind, being welcoming. Those are things that I value because family is, my number one core value, which I talk about on the show so often. And it's intentional. So think about what your core values are, and then that should be something that is intentional in the way that you're welcoming your families. Everything should align. Tip number 9, review emergency procedures. You need to go over fire drills like week 1, lockdowns, health emergencies with staff to ensure that signage is visible. Where are the EpiPens? Where are the inhalers? Where is the key for the cupboard? Who do you contact for what? If a child falls and bumps their head, what's the protocol? You need to go over all of these procedures with your team. And if you have a school nurse or a mental health and physical health consultant, have them come in and talk with your staff. Run through any updates or changes to your emergency plan because we all have an emergency plan. You have new staff, you have new children. You need to go over that. When staff are confident in safety procedures, children and families feel secure. So being prepared in advance reduces stress, and it shows that leadership is proactive, not reactive. And number 10, my last tip, set your leadership mindset. Take a moment for yourself to envision a smooth, joyful first week. Remind yourself of why you do this work. Focus on the positivity and commitment to being present and engaged. Your mindset as a director trickles down to your staff and your children. I know I always say your energy sets the tone, and I say it a lot because it's true. And I say it so you are aware, self-aware really, of how you act, what you say, what you do, because people are watching. When you lead with intention, enthusiasm, and heart, your entire program will crush it this school year and years to come. Hopefully 27 or more. So if you're loving these tips and want even more tools to make your childcare leadership journey smoother, be sure to subscribe to the Childcare Director's Chair so you never miss an episode. And don't forget to leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. Your feedback helps me create content that truly supports childcare directors like you every single day. So have a great day. See you soon.
That's a wrap for this episode of the Childcare Director's Chair, where we believe leaders aren't born, they're grown. If something sparked for you today, share it, shout it out, or pass it along to the next bold changemaker in childcare. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and stay connected with Erica Sakosio for more real talk leadership tools and a whole lot of inspiration. Until next time, lead with heart, grow with fire, and always remember, the chair is yours. Now own it.